Hello, everyone from St. Paul of the Cross Retreat Center. We're so glad to talk to you today as there's so much happening here at our center. The National Tolton Symposium with Venerable Augustus Tolton and his cause is here today with speakers from around the country and folks thinking and meditating on the life of Blessed Tolton as they consider his example, how he showed us the way to light and to love. We pray through his intercession in a particular way these days as we see the war that is unfolding in the Middle East. And we join that cry of the Holy Father, Pope Leo, as he said in his audience this week, we should pray for peace. And so here at St. Paul of the Cross on Thursday night at 7 p.m., we're going to do a prayer vigil for peace called Lucerna, a candlelit experience of prayer and song to help all of us come together on this holy mountain to pray for peace. And so we invite you to come at 7 p.m. this Thursday, March 5th, and join us. This event is also being co-sponsored by the Christian Associates of Pennsylvania, and we're glad to have all of our faith leaders here praying together for peace in our world, for peace in our own hearts as we combat violence and that evil of war and rage, so that we might bring that peace of the risen Christ to all we say and do. Lent continues for us, and this week in the Gospel we hear that wonderful encounter of the woman at the well. At that encounter at Jacob's well, Jesus tells her everything she had ever known. And she comes away transformed from this encounter, having the living water of Christ springing up from within her. And so too we who've been baptized. As we walk with the elect to the Easter sacraments at the Easter Vigil, we too come to the wells of our own lives with Jesus, in our prayer, in the sacraments, and we encounter him in the scriptures and in one another. And he asks us the same questions. How will we give him our hearts this week? How will we let ourselves be transformed? As we hit this third week of Lent, we hit almost the halfway part of our Lenten journey. And it's important to take a moment to think, how are we doing? And perhaps it's at the well of our own heart that Christ meets us this week to ask us, how are we turning our hearts more to God? How have we been doing with our praying, our fasting, our almsgiving? How have we turned our hearts to God's ways and not our own ways? How have we been more loving and forgiving? In the second reading for Sunday's Mass, St. Paul tells the Romans, hope does not disappoint. And so amidst the conflicts in our world, the conflicts in our own lives, the unforgiveness in our own hearts, Christ comes to tell us, hope doesn't disappoint. And he promises to bring us that living water. As we journey as a church to the Easter sacrament, and as we look at our world, we call Christ the light that dispels all darkness, all hatred, all violence, all rage, and comes to bring us that peace that he brought the disciples in that upper room as he rises from the dead. We here at St. Paul's look forward to welcoming you either for our St. Joseph dinner here on March 19th, our day of reflection on March 24th with Monsignor DiNardo, our Easter egg hunt here on Holy Saturday morning, our awesome Easter concert during the Octave of Easter on April 8th with Joe Schubert and company, a wonderful way to bring the glad tidings of the resurrection to our own hearts. Check out our website. Come and be involved. Come and see and learn how God's love for us is being poured into our hearts each and every day.